And welcome back to Echo Base Network, your home of all things Star Wars entertainment, why we love it, news, and more. Today we're looking at an article that came to us over from Variety, the Book of Boba Fett, how Episode 5 expands the Star Wars universe and resets fan expectations. And this is the part that I really want to look at. Resetting fan expectations. The opinions on this show are all over the place, and let me just say this right here on the outset. If you are enjoying the Book of Boba Fett, we are so glad that you are. Don't let anybody tell you that you shouldn't be. However, for myself, the show has been very average. It's had some really good parts, that I have absolutely loved in all 5 chapters so far, but on the whole, it's just very average for me. It's not that I don't like it. It's not that I hate it or anything like that. I just wish it was a little bit better. People ask me why. What do you want? Well, what do you want, Coach? I don't know. I honestly don't know what I want. I'm just reacting to what I'm getting, and I'm going to do a video in the near future of a lot of the things that I don't like in the first 5 chapters, and you guys have been very helpful to us here in the comment section, letting us know your thoughts and feelings. But let's go ahead and jump into this article over here at Variety. Throughout the first season of the Book of Boba Fett, it always felt like a matter of time before Pedro Pascal's Mando from The Mandalorian sauntered back into the story. Well, we knew that he was going to come back. There was no question about that. They've called it Mando 2.5, Season 2.5 for a reason. You know, we knew that it was going to be a spin-off show. Din Djarin was going to show up just like Boba Fett showed up in The Mandalorian. Boba Fett is, of course, a spin-off of The Mandalorian. Boba Fett, Temuera Morrison, and Fennec Shand have fought alongside Mando. Boba Fett was even famously announced in a post-credit teaser at the end of The Mandalorian Season 2 finale. So that was a great thing, no doubt about it. The aptly titled Return of the Mandalorian Chapter 5 is effectively an epilogue for Season 2, or really a prologue for Season 3 of The Mandalorian, catching us up with Mando's exploits after he parted ways with Grogu. Mando rejoins the remnants of the Mandalorian covert from the planet Nevarro, the Children of the Watch, only to be cast out upon his confession that he has indeed removed his helmet in the presence of others. Then Mando travels to Tatooine, where he reunites not with Boba Fett, but with Peli Motto, who delivers Mando a new ship and to replace the Razor Crest that was destroyed in Season 2. I still shed a tear over the loss of the Razor Crest. If anything, Return of the Mandalorian, crisply written by creator and executive producer Jon Favreau and sharply directed by Star Wars regular Bryce Dallas Howard, reinforces the pervasive feeling that the Book of Boba Fett is less an epic tome and more like a dusty spare interlude within a much larger saga. After 4 often lackadaisical episodes focusing entirely on Boba Fett's exploits on Tatooine, this week's episode broadens the scope of the show well beyond its title character's ambitions. Well, guys, I wouldn't say that the first 4 episodes were lackluster and then this one is just absolutely incredible. When we reviewed it ourselves, we gave this episode a 7 or an 8 as a Mandalorian episode, but much lower as a Book of Boba Fett episode. And people have definitely criticized us for that, but that's just how we feel. That's just how we think. This is indeed a Boba Fett show, and we didn't get any Boba Fett in Chapter 5. Funny little anecdote here. One of my really good friends, his son is a 7-year-old Star Wars fan, and he was watching the latest show. And he looked at his father and said, "Daddy, this isn't The Mandalorian. This is Boba Fett. What is this?" He's 7 years old, everybody. He didn't even like it. He enjoyed it as a Mandalorian episode, but he wanted Boba Fett. So, anyways, the mythology of the Darksaber grows deeper. Now, this is a part of the article that and of the show that I like. And maybe this is a little bit about respecking fans' expectations. They did give us a good amount of lore, a good amount of backstory in this episode with the Darksaber. Within the first 4 minutes of the episode, Mando unsheathes the Darksaber, the iconic blade won from Moff Gideon in the Season 2 finale, but instead of wielding it with the consummate skill we're used to, Mando struggles so much with the Darksaber that he wounds himself with it. Now, I do think that, guys, that it was kind of awkward that he can't fight with the Darksaber very well. Moff Gideon fought with it just fine, and was defeated by Mando. Should have been defeated by Mando, and he was. But the whole thing, all of a sudden, that the Darksaber is heavy and you're not using it right, kind of thing, that was weird to me. You let me know what you think about that in the comments. The armor also confirms that the underlying myth behind the blade revealed by Moff Gideon in Season 2, whomever wins it in combat can claim the rule of the planet Mandalore. Well, we know about that, and that's definitely going to take us somewhere in the future of the story. Something's got to happen with Mandalore. Who's going to go there and rule? Who's going to show up on Mandalore with the Darksaber? Is it going to be Din Djarin, or is it going to be, are you ready, Boba Fett? We don't know that yet. I think it's more likely that it's going to be Mando, but it would be cool if Boba Fett was the one to show up and take over Mandalore. Now that would make him certainly powerful, and it would be fitting. What do you think? Let us know in the comments what you think about that. Would you rather see Boba Fett or Mando rule on Mandalore? Boba Fett gets a sweet and much smaller new ride. What do you guys think about that part? Was the expectation that he was going to get another Razor's Crest or something from the original trilogy? No, they went all the way back to the prequels and gave him a Naboo starfighter, the N1 starfighter. I didn't like it at first, but the show made me like it. The show won me over. They made it pretty freaking cool. And the modifications or whatever they gave it, I am liking that. But here we go. Mando actually gets a new purpose, actually 2 new purposes, after Mando confesses to the armor that he has removed his helmet. Her response is immediate and blunt: then you are no longer a Mandalorian, or you are a Mandalorian no more. The only way he can restore his standing, she says, is to go to the living waters beneath the mines of Mandalore, which, as we've seen, is a little more than a nuclear wasteland following the Great Purge. Still, between the Darksaber mythology and this devastating setback, it appears that Mando's path is set for Mandalore, a place Boba Fett has no interest in or affection for, and one I doubt we'll see in the season of the Book of Boba Fett. Yeah, I don't think we'll see that this season either. The jury is out on whether Mando's other great purpose will be to show up in the final 2 episodes of the Boba Fett, a reunion with Grogu. Well, I certainly think so. It appears that he's headed there right now. And here's my main issue with that. I'm afraid he's going to take Grogu away. I'm afraid Luke's going to be like, I can't train him. He's got too much attachment. It's not working. I'm not training him. We never even really got started. Oh, man, I don't want to see that. If Din Djarin is seeking out Grogu, and obviously he is, I hope he has a little armor pack, a little armor from a new Beskar armor for Grogu, and obviously it's going to have to be very, very small based on the size of the little bag that he's carrying or whatever. It might not be armor at all. Who knows what it is? Who knows? But most people think, the popular opinion is that it is armor. But what's going to happen when the two meet up? Is he going to be leaving with Grogu? It definitely makes you think that he is, if he's having another compartment built into the N1 starfighter for Grogu. So it makes you think, it makes you wonder, is he going to show up and take Grogu away? I don't know. Is Mando going to steal him from Luke? I don't know. This part makes me very nervous. It makes me very nervous. I don't want them I don't want Chapter 16 of The Mandalorian to lose any of its luster. That was a huge win for the fans. Obviously they're going to bring Grogu back into it. I don't know. But the article finishes here. The Book of Boba Fett has struggled to find the same lasting emotional resonance that The Mandalorian established so swiftly with Grogu. But Boba Fett does have unfinished business with the Jedi who pledged to train Grogu, a man who certainly knows his way around Tatooine. Maybe, just maybe, the Book of Boba Fett is saving its biggest revelation for last, the return of Luke Skywalker. Well, I hope that they are right. I don't want, a 5-second glimpse of Luke. Let him play some type of significant role in the final chapter of this first season of the Book of Boba Fett. I think that would be a great win for us. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for being here with us here at Echo Base Network. Nick and I will be reviewing Chapter 6 next week for the Book of Boba Fett. We are very, very excited to do so. You could join us on Patreon and see our entire reaction, or you could just watch it here on YouTube with the highlights of those videos. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. We are, you are Echo Base Network. May the Force be with you, and we will see you guys on the next one.